Yo, and welcome back to the Break Effects podcast, y'all. I am your
What's
host,
up, y'all?
Epi.
How you doing?
Yes, I am your host, Epi, and this
A-
is
And I'm your co-host Tobias,
let's
aka Toby One Kenobi.
Toby One Kenobi in the house. Yes, we are back. We did a test run last week on this podcast to see how it was going to go, see how it went. We had a little bumps, some bruises, but we're back and we roll with this and we fix this as we go. But yes, thank y'all for tuning in for to the Break Effects podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set that notification so you could party rock with us every single time we're on here doing this. Super excited for this podcast. We started doing this during the pandemic, so we're going to recap real quick through a few things before we get this show started. But yes, we started this during the pandemic, doing origin stories, and the Mexican stand led to one thing to another, a lot of stories. So that's kind of what we've been doing. We stopped doing it for a while, and now we're back. We're back, and we're excited to bring lots of new content to you in different ways. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we did some live events back 2 years ago. We definitely dove into Colorado history here on the podcast. So a lot of archives within our channel already. So if you haven't checked out some of our prior interviews, definitely check those out when you get a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be some dope stuff. So today we are here to do some review of Rich in Skills, which was at Skills Talk last month. It was towards the end of the month. We went out there. I was one of the judges for the kids battle, and yeah, today we're going to go through some footage and review, get my honest opinion, look back and see if I have any regrets, if I wish I would have made a different decision or anything. And yeah, put the judge in the hot seat. I mean, the reason why we're doing this, and hopefully other people will do this, is it's just a different time now where judges should be able to tell us and break down decisions. Um, Parents should be able to go up to judges and ask, coaches, kids should be able to go up and ask for feedback. I know that back in the day it was kind of seen as like a challenging the judge thing, like calling out the judge. But I think we're in a different time where it's like judges should be able to be accountable and tell how they feel and what they saw. So
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
that's what we're here to do today.
Yeah, I think it's valuable, especially for coaches, parents, people that are striving, putting money into the education of dance with their students and their children. So yeah, we, definitely trying to keep a true accountability and kind of just, tell the story behind, the judge's deliberation. So yeah, definitely appreciate Ed putting himself in the hot seat. It's not easy to do, coming up and, kind of just, facing yourself and the decisions that were made, right then and there.
Yeah, for sure. I know that I was questioned about a couple of them, which is dope. It's like you should question. Like, and I didn't take offense. I was just like, well, this is how I saw the battle go. So we're gonna get into that here in a second. But before we get into the skills talk recap, we got a couple announcements to make. To talk about and some stuff to just announce. So let's go right into our commercial break. Yes, yo, break the bank. Yo, that was Grav Daddy. That was Gravity with one of his rounds at
Shout out to
the.
Gravity.
Shout out to Gravity. That was one of his rounds. That was actually his first round at the first Break the Bank. It was amazing. We put it in slow mo because he was just the essence of it, right? The rawness. You could just see him, man. He's like battling. He came for it, man. He sat, look at his eye when he stood up, bro.
Oh man, yeah, and just the exchanges he had throughout the night, just straight raw, talking shit, like, like put your money where your mouth is, like the true essence of what Break the Bank is. Absolutely.
Absolutely. We're so excited about Break the Bank at the Mexican standoff this year. We did it in the circle. Appreciate you, Kareem, for letting us do it and helping us out with that one. That one was a dope one. Yuri from MZK won that one. So they both, Gravity and Yuri, both get an invite to the top 8 here, with as well as some other invites. And that we are doing a last, we're doing a Break the Bank in the end of March or beginning of April. I forget, with Dent, where we'll pretty much someone from Colorado could earn their spot in the top 8 here for Break the Bank.
Yeah, a qualifier here for Break the Bank before we have the main event.
Yeah. So it's going to be amazing. We're so excited. You're going to keep seeing a lot of footage and a lot of other stuff come out for that. So yeah, Break the Bank happening. The Mexican standoff weekend. Yes, y'all. Yes. We're so excited.
7 years running.
7 years running. This year, we got obviously the Break the Bank the first night with Open Styles. The first night, 2-on-2s, adults, and 2-on-2 youth, 14 and under. Yeah, man. The Mexican standoff, bro. Like, I'm so excited. Yeah, give us a little info on that. Where, when?
Yeah, so this will be our 7th annual Mexican standoff. We want to give a big shout out to the Longmont Celebrate Cinco de Mayo committee. It's really them who gave us our launch to be able to start our production as BreakFX Productions. We had the opportunity to perform. We took that money that they were going to offer us for performing, and we did our first event 7 years ago. I can't believe it. We are just talking about that and can't believe that much time has passed. It's been a tradition, an event that's been household in my family for over 30 years. It started with my grandma, and they were just having a party at the park, and then it became an annual event. Then it became bigger and bigger. We started adding community, just different types of community here in Longmont. And then eventually it got passed down to my dad, who was able to work with the Cinco de Mayo committee to make it the large-scale event it is today. And then now getting the torch passed down to the next generation with BreakFX, and we're an add-on to the festival. Can't thank you enough for letting us be a part of it.
Yeah, Mexican standoff, y'all, May 2nd through 3rd or 4th. Don't miss that. Lots of battles, some classes. Since we erased the other one, you could totally do it if you want, man. If you want to just let people know what's. So
big announcement here. We have Blessed One coming back once again. He'll be spending the entire event. So if you didn't get a chance to dance to him last time around, we're definitely going to have him dropping it all day. So you guys definitely bring the bangers, because he's bringing the bangers for sure. It's going to be fire. Can't wait for that.
We're excited. Blessed One coming back to the Mexican standoff. Y'all, you'll hear it here first. You won't hear it anywhere else until you see a flyer. So if you tuned in, you know. Let's get on to the show, bro. Here we are. Let's do this. Let's see how far are we in. Are we doing good on time? We're doing great on time. We're here. This is what we're here to do. First, I want to thank Feel the Beat. We're going to watch his page. He has posted all the footage. There's so much footage on his page. Go like, subscribe. He's doing his thing. Chuck, amazing job. He's at every jam, like at every jam, out of state too, just like right there doing his thing. So we really appreciate Feel the Beat. We're we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna watch his footage from Rich in Skills of the kids, and yeah, so,
Yeah.
bef- yeah,
Big shout
if
out
you,
to Alchemy Breaking.
yeah,
You know,
big
they
shout out.
throw a annual event, Rich in Skills. So shout out to Guillaume and ATN. Always a great way to start out Skills Talk weekend.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I think that was like our fourth or fifth year that we went. I can't remember, but yes, we love it. It's an amazing event. We'll be there every single time. Yeah, so we're gonna watch and review some footage real quick. I think I want to just talk about, you know, again, we're here to be transparent and be real and put me in the hot seat. So again, this is judges should be able to tell you why they chose. So we're gonna review. We'll stop. We'll go back and watch. Toby could ask some questions, and feel free for y'all to jump in the chat too. Jump in the chat, ask some questions, get down with us, communicate, send some shout outs. We'll get you on here. So yeah, I think first I want to just say, we're always, whenever you see judges on flyers, everyone's like, "Who's that?" Right? like,
Yeah, totally, totally.
like,
They
like,
do their
what,
research, right? Or you should be. You should be
yeah,
doing your research on
like,
who's judging your dancing.
you should be doing your research, but most breakers don't. They're just like, "Who are they? Who are they? I don't know who they are." And I got to admit it. Like I'm not like known for being a top-notch competitor, right? Like let's just keep it real. Like I started breaking in '95, so this is my 30th anniversary of being in the scene, breaking, dance. So I've seen a lot of things. Yeah, 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 for sure, dude. I fucking, I think the first out of state battle I ever seen was Rocksteady Crew versus Style Elements at B-Boy Summit '96, I think it was. So that was one of my first battles. And I've seen, I was on the Queen Mary, I was at Bumper Shoot, I was at all the freestyle sessions, the Out for Fames, the Illest in the Games, because there was two of them, Scribble Jams, Pro-Ams in Miami. So I have seen and witnessed a lot of competitions, battles, some heated stuff. I entered everywhere I went. With GWT, we did our thing. We got jumped, B-Boy jumped, if you know what that means. We got B-Boy jumped on the Queen Mary. I have footage too that we're going to drop of us battling Break Disciples. If you know who Break Disciples was, we battled them at a jam. It was heated. It was amazing. So, I have my experience, and I've always, been a leader with the crews and the community and doing our thing here. So I just wanted to touch base, because like I said, full transparency, like breakers are always like, "Who's that?" So I just wanted to give a quick, hey, this is me. This is, how long I've been dancing. This is the experience that I have.
Yeah, yeah. Also, the history that you've witnessed. I mean, those are iconic jams, and time and era kind of set the stage for where breaking is now. So, definitely, you can't take that second to none. You were right there, right in the mix. So, that type of experience is, not a lot of people can say that they've been there when it was kind of just starting that actual battle production, that battle kind of event phase. Before that it was underground or at a rave or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So seeing the full transition to where it was to where it's at now, been a part of it. So yeah, I think also for before we get into this footage too, I wish, we don't have a judging system, and that's a whole nother episode, right, of that where we'll get into judging systems and conversations about that. So there's no judging system. It's pretty much just off of trusting that the judges know what they're talking about and what they're doing. For me, how I judge is, I'm always like a music person, first. And it's crazy because if you know how I started, you would be like, that's the total opposite of how you started. Because I started with head spins like that. That was like one of the first moves I learned was head spins, windmills, was a power move, trick head, until, we had to learn our foundation. So yeah, I first and foremost is like, it's a dance. I believe it's a dance, and you should dance, and musicality should is just huge to me. Like if I could see what we're all listening to, if I could see what we hear, then that's amazing to me. Because you're showing me, the music, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah,
Execution,
that's
you know, yeah, performance. Um, I don't really say, oh, why I like style more than power. I've done them both, so I appreciate them both. I love them both. There's people who I look up to who do both. And so, yeah, when I judge, it's music, execution, and you could tell maturity and when someone where they're at. I think that's one thing too. I judge a lot on. I could tell when someone's been, if they're new and they're still putting combos together, or someone who's just owns it. Like a Babalu. You're just like, damn, okay, he owns it. So, yeah, that's just how I judge. And again, this is for the parents and coaches and teachers, coaches, everyone, students, kids, battlers, all battlers of all ages should be able to go talk to judges and get feedback. And hopefully we can start the narrative of honest feedback and, at least until we get some real judging systems here. So we're going to start here with we're going to only watch top 4 in the finals, okay? Because we don't want to be here all night. So we're going to watch top 4 in the finals. They're 1 round each. So we'll go through those. We're going to go through this first one right now. Let me turn this down because I know this is their sound effect's going to go up a little bit. We're going to go through top 4. So we got Cash versus Sponge, A Styles versus Easy. Let's go through. We're going to, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, at this point, it was just crazy. Just to even get to this point with the battles, they were nuts. So let's watch. We're gonna watch Cash versus Sponge first, okay? And then we'll break it down. Tell me to press pause. And again, chat, if you're in there watching, like, join us in the conversation. Ask some questions. Challenge me. Let me know that I was wrong. I didn't see it right, and I'm gonna let you know if I'd be like, dang, because I think in every video he shows which way we voted at the end. So, yeah, let's do this. Cash versus Sponge, Rich in Skills, 2025, Little Semis. Let's go. Oh, dude, I don't got ad free, y'all.
After this YouTube ad.
After this YouTube ad, we're going to go. We're going to do this. All right, y'all. We got Cash versus Sponge. This was a crazy battle just in general,
Yeah. The energy in the room, it's just.
Yeah. And I think
when you see these kids going off on their level, it's.
Okay, so right here, Cash Money, dope kid, dude.
Yeah, he's like a little Hercules. He's just super buff little dude.
So, as I'm watching this, and I'm just going to break this down as I'm watching this too, is, his power is amazing, dude.
Yeah, for his age, I mean.
Yeah, his power is amazing. He's good. So yeah, this is Sponge. I think he's from San Diego. I think, I know he dances under Aeronetic. Okay. Yeah, he's killing it. Sponge, he's got a bunch of moves. Flexibility.
Both of them just super strong for being kiddos.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Amazing, right? Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So let's break some of this down because at this point in the battle, I already had made a decision. Okay. So let's talk about this real quick, right? I already know I voted for Sponge, right? And I'm going to tell you why. His energy was up there, right? He had energy. He threw a lot of moves. I think and I want to start off. I want to go back. Hold up. Let's go to Cash, okay? Because Cash is super strong, right?
Yeah.
The thing I wish he would have did a little bit more was like some top rocks, He didn't.
Instead of just going right into it.
Yeah, he just kind of went right into it and threw it. He had a little crash there, and they both had a crash, right? Because uh, just looking back right now, I know that Cash had the air flare one, and then Sponge had the one where he was on his head and kind of fell out of his move, right? So for me,
Right.
this is why I voted the way I did. Is Sponge was just throwing out a ton of moves, uh, like like we saw, just move after move. He did a little bit more in his round. He had a little bit more energy. Like I said, Cash is amazing, bro. He's so dope. He just
Yeah.
needs.
Shout out to Utah. He's coming strong.
Yeah. I think once he gets a little bit more style behind him, some more ups, and he'll be a little bit more complete. He'll be a little bit more complete.
Yeah, I
So
could
that
see
was
that. I
why
could see that.
I've yeah. That's why I voted that way. Is
I
I had him throwing out Sponge throwing out just a little bit more moves.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say the maturity in the dance with Sponge too. Just I could see totally where he had a lot more vocabulary than Cash, and Cash is doing amazing moves, like and is really hard to judge at that level, especially when both
You,
of them are still building their kind of just
yeah,
overall
these are
aura, and yeah,
yeah these are the littles, and you got to remember these are kids. And that they're amazing at that age. So yeah, I just that's how I voted. Uh, I don't know if you saw it that way, but that's just how I saw it. No offense to anyone, but yeah, Cash once he gets a little bit some ups and gets that flav and throws it in the mix, he's going to be unstoppable. Let's go to the next one. We got A Styles versus Easy. Okay, A Styles. See right here, he's already rocking that beat.
yeah.
Yeah, so boom, boom, boom. Yeah, musicality's looking good,
It's always cool seeing a kid with musicality. Like,
right?
I'll take musicality over power any day. Yeah.
Yeah. A Styles. I don't know where he's from, but man, he is dope. He's got good foundation, you could tell. Plus, he's got his little moves. I really like his musicality. He's dope, yo. It's like kids, they want to throw everything out, right?
Right. Right.
Oh, the shoe, the shoe.
Oh,
Oh, okay,
you
okay.
know,
We're,
you know that's a
yo,
death sentence.
yo. Okay.
He's still going. He's still going. Did he? No, no, he's not going to answer the phone though.
No, he didn't do the answer the phone. There was no answering of the phone. So, yo, this kid is crazy too. He's from Texas. Easy. Dude, he's so
Woo!
strong, dude. That kid is so
Those head
strong.
hollows.
Yeah. Nice. Got the flav. He's got good foundation too. Wherever he trains at, he's got good foundation. Yeah.
Man.
So let's
Yeah.
see where I voted, because I know, bro, we're gonna have this conversation. We gotta have this conversation. We gotta have this conversation. Which way did I vote? I voted. Okay. I voted for A Styles. All right, let's break this down,
Okay.
yo.
Okay.
So for me, I think in that moment, I know he lost the shoe, right? So we're gonna talk about. Let's not talk about the shoe just yet. The round that he did, A Styles, his musicality was on point. His musicality for me really just got it. He had a full round. He had a lot of content in there. Like I said, you could tell he has good foundation. Yeah, for me, the musicality got me, right? And I think
Yeah.
for easy, I think he had a short round to me. Like he did
Okay.
a bunch of stuff, but compared to A Styles, compared to A Styles, I thought that A Styles round before he lost his shoe was a lot. There was just a lot there, you know. Now let's
A lot
talk
more
about
content. Yeah.
a lot more content, a lot more musicality. Um, that's why I voted that way, man. And I know some people are going to be like, "Yo, he lost his shoe." So now let's have the conversation about the lost shoe, right? Like, if I think for me, if it was an adult battle, easily you're done. You know,
Right.
we're judging some
Those
little
those
kids. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
Like I said, you
wardrobe
could.
malfunctions. Just yeah, you got to show all elements of control, and clothing is a part of your control, especially when we're judging style. And some judges judge if you're wearing Nikes with Adidas, like, or your fit's not matching head to toe. So like
Yo,
I've
that is
seen it,
so
I've
bad
heard it.
though.
Like
I no, I've seen it too. I was told by someone too. So, but yeah, no, I get it, man. I get it. I was just they're kids. I was like, yo, I can't just be like, you lost your shoe because you lose. Like his round was better without the shoe losing. So I could be wrong. Like I said, you guys could totally bash me and not agree. And again, that's what we're here for. Like, if you don't agree with me, like, you can be like, yo, no, Easy should have took it. Tell me, so and give me your opinion why, so that I could try to see the other side. I would love to talk to Germs and just be like, hey, man, what did you see in this battle? And obviously it's like, yo, he lost his shoe, And again, for me, I'm just like, yo, that's a little kid. He's not really... he's just a little kid. Like, I'm not going to use that against him, just like I wouldn't use, like, the long rounds that some of them do. They're just little kids. They're throwing
right.
everything in the kitchen sink out there, and they're bound to repeat. They're at this point, like I said, they're kids. They're not adults. So that's how I judge that battle. Oh, let's see. We got my boy B Wild.
Yo, what up, B?
Yo, what up, B? Yo, shout out to Boombox Warriors. Love you guys. So yeah, dude, that's how I judged it.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it, bro. So again, jump in the chat and tell me if I'm wrong. Be like, bro, you suck at judging. Now.
Yeah, and I see your point. I see your point too. Like, when you're judging at that age, it's really about getting that round out. Definitely the experience, and the more experienced dancer, sometimes will lose a shoe, but that may not lose the whole entire round. Some people use it and make improv. Later on, once they have that mistake happen more than once, they are able to come up with a set where, oh, I'm going to use, I lost my hat. I'm going to grab my hat, kind of like, Gravity just throwing his hat and doing a crazy dive roll at Skills Talk, just.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, that was wild. So yeah, that's, like I said, that's how I judge it. I just think Easy didn't throw enough content out for me compared to A Styles. Full round before he lost a shoe. Yeah, he lost a shoe, but I didn't use that against him, and slap my hand if you think that I shouldn't have. And now we come to the little kids final battle. That's what's happening now. We have B-Boy Sponge versus B-Boy A Styles. This is going to be a crazy one, y'all. Are you ready for this?
So sick.
Yo, I just remember this being a wild ass battle. So I haven't watched the replay. I've seen a couple clips on Instagram. So let's watch. This one I know is already going to be freaking.
Introducing the new Ego
I haven't got the upgrade yet.
Heavy duty workhorse.
Be patient.
Yo, we're looking for sponsors. We can't afford
Let's go.
it. No, just kidding.
Let's go. This was like one of my favorite battles of the whole weekend. Boom. Oh yeah, 2 rounds. They went 2 rounds. Okay. Nasty, dude.
Stagging on him. Let's go.
You gotta love it, little kids.
Shout out
they still got the energy by the final battles. That's the beauty of little kids.
Yeah, they're out playing tag in the parking lot after, for sure.
Ooh, that was a nice round. It was clean. You had a lot of content, a lot of flexibility, footwork. Yo, his battle mentality is crazy, yo.
Yeah, his presence. Yeah, the presence there, just unreal. And what was the age group for the littles?
I forget. I think it was like 9 and under. I'm not sure.
9 and under.
Look at that footwork. Yeah. His foundation is good, dude. You got little kids how they do that whip, right? There was like,
Yeah. Also, a
All
good
right.
response to the previous round. Definitely, something that a lot of people lose is that you're battling against someone. If you got to kind of match, and tell a story and have some kind of
yeah. Okay, let's stop.
Yeah.
That was round because there's 2 rounds, right? So, yo, watching this right now, I would give it for the first round to A Styles. I don't know how I can't remember how I voted, but I would give it to A Styles for round 1. He just had a ton of energy and a ton of content. Again, his musicality is just so dope, bro. Like, whoever his teacher is or mentor, they play a lot of like the old school beats. Because the DJ Sinatra and Kev Rock that night, they were just playing a ton of bangers, that like are old beats. I always tell Kev Rock, I'm like, bro, you remind me of like freestyle session days and stuff. Like, they play the bangers. So whoever A Styles mentor is, they play a lot of beats because he recognizes them right away. Like right away.
Yeah,
So
and we've talked about that is knowing your going into those crates and paying homage to what's before and knowing your history and those b-boy anthems. If you don't know those b-boy anthems and you're just playing Spotify mixes and SoundCloud mixes, you can kind of get lost in what's kind of what was then and what's now, and you got to kind of have a well balance of your music what would the word be? Just knowledge, I guess. Yeah, music knowledge.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but for a little kid, that's amazing. So I don't know. First round, I gave it to A Styles in my head. Let's see what happens here on out. Yo, again, shout out to Feel the Beat, Chuck. We're watching your footage. Appreciate you what you do for the community. Woo! Footwork. Woo!
Woo. Yes,
Oh my
every
God.
back hollow invert you can think of.
Oh! Yo, that was whoa.
Hit him with the worm. Hit him with the worm.
Yeah. That was, he stopped on beat and everything, yo. Hold up. We'll bring him back, yo. He somehow, I don't know if he did on purpose, but yo, he like that whole round, like musically, he just kept going till he knew like that was breaking down. But I don't know if he knew that, But that was dope. I just want to point that out. Right there, boom. It's like,
Yeah.
Getting the good old attaboy. Okay. Ill, bro. Oh. Oh.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh, yeah,
Let's go.
Look.
Let's
Oh.
go. One hand at the end.
What? Okay, that was wild, bro. I remember that. That was so crazy. Okay, let's break that second round down. Okay, so for me, I think Sponge won the second round. Okay, because that little head thing he was doing, and then the freeze with his hands underneath, like that was unreal, bro. Like that's some
Yeah.
like next level stuff. That's some adult level combo that he did, and and at that point, I think A Styles started repeating a little bit. So
Kind of
I
slowed
think A
down
Styles,
too.
yeah. I think A
Yeah.
Styles got the first round, and I think Sponge got the second round. So I let's see which way I voted, and I know in my head right now I could tell you why. I think I right now I can tell you I think I voted for Sponge. I'm pretty sure I voted for Sponge. I think I voted for
Sponge's
Sponge.
attitude too, like his
Yeah,
his
and I'm gonna
attitude
tell you
is
I'm
just
gonna tell you why too. But let's see what I we're holding people accountable. Thanks, Chuck. Okay, we all voted for Sponge, and I think, like I said, I think I had one round each. What did it for me at the end is when they started doing the freeze battle, and we could bring that back and watch that. But
yeah.
the freeze battle really for me, like that was almost like the tiebreaker that I would have wanted to see, and that
Totally.
showed that that showed me right there like who was the stronger dancer, right? So watch again, boom, he's right there. I'm just like, okay, he's like, little homie, look. And look, watch he does it the one arm though. Beak. Oh my, I'm like, wait, hold up. So that was a crazy moment, but yeah, that's why I voted the way I did for B-Boy Sponge. He ended up winning the battle, which was amazing. Like my bad, hold up. He ended up winning the battle, so congratulations to him. And again, like it's the controversy would be with like the shoe drop. Should he have lost because of the shoe drop? Did I make a mistake there? Was my reasoning justifiable? If not, challenge me, be like, I thought different. Like I said, this is what we're here
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what you guys think. I mean, it's already happened. The winner's been crowned.
Yeah, there's no
we
take
can always go
backsies.
back, and hindsight's always 20/20, right?
Yeah. So let's go on to. Oh, this is top 4 kids. Oh, yep, kids, because there's the little, the kids, and the youth. So we got Bam Bam versus River Flow, and Hulk versus Coda, and then B-Boy Hulk versus Bam Bam. Which the Hulk versus Bam Bam is part of the reason why we're doing this, because I actually had to have a few conversations about that exact battle. So there's controversy there. I know there is, and let's handle this controversy. But until then, let's watch Bam Bam and River Flow, 2 of my favorite up and coming little B-boys. They are sick, yo. So let's watch this battle and break this one down. Ooh, that beat's nasty, yo.
Yeah, DJs were on point all weekend.
Look at River.
Yeah.
Watch River.
If you haven't watched River Flow dance, you're in for a treat right here, for sure.
Yeah, he's got a special ear. Yeah, he's one of my favorites, yo. Like, I don't care. Some bias shit, yo. I think River Flow's dope, yo. I don't care.
Yeah.
He's nasty. He's got it the ups. The halos. Let's go. I think he's waiting for it. Yep. Oh, okay. Good round.
Yep.
Good round. Good round. He had that little slip up though, and that always comes back to haunt people.
And if you're not, very familiar with breaking gestures, you'll see Bam slam on the ground. That means you kind of fell out of your move.
Oh yeah. And Bam. I will say that Bam has his dad's confidence when he dances.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Energy, his combo right there. That's I hope
bro.
that one goes on for generations and generations right there.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, his confidence level's nasty.
Yeah.
That's just like
He also has
his daddy.
just like his daddy. They both have an amazing ear too, both Riverflow and Bam Bam.
Yeah, both of them have a great ear. So let's break this down. For me, I know I voted for Bam. Man, and like I said, man, I'm a huge fan of Riverflow. I think he's just super dope. He's amazing. His ear is amazing. For me, I think Riverflow started out strong, like with that beat kill, like he was doom, doom. I was like, bro, he's about to murder it. And then I think his energy, like I think he might maybe, and I don't know. This is when you got, hopefully, I'm giving feedback. Maybe he hears this and he understands. Maybe we're on the same page. But I felt like he was starting to think like, oh, what combo do I need to do? Like you could tell there was a little bit of hesitation from the hype B kill to getting to the ground and actually getting into the business, right? There was a moment there for me where I was just like, I felt there was a little hesitation almost of what am I doing, and I kind of felt that. I don't know. That's for me, for his round.
Yeah. I'd say he was probably waiting and then waiting and being patient for the next setup, and then might have got lost in the music or lost in, putting that transition together. And that's kind of where he fell out. Yeah. But yeah, like his musicality up top, just it was going. And then it just didn't match when it started going into his, he had a very solid start to his power, but then when transitions to the stacks kind of just is where it kind of was a little bit of a, either a miss or just too much in his own head.
Yeah, and that's why I know that I voted for Bam. Bam just had the energy, complete flow of everything, and it was just connecting. And I think there was just that little slight disconnect, and then the little slip up when he went to his elbow and he slid out a little bit. So those were the two things that for me where I was like, okay, that I kind of went the other way for Bam. So that one was,
and both of these guys,
they're ill, bro.
I'd say both. Yeah, both of them are just insane, and they're on a level where they're dancing on grown man teams, right? And it's, and once you start getting into the older battles, it's almost you're looking for the single slip ups, and they just had that one slip up where Bam was more clean, crisp, and very complete with his round.
Yeah. I mean, Bam's dancing with Vicious by Nature, with Gravity and Rose and Data and older people who are helping him mature, a little quicker when it comes to his breaking skills. And same with Riverflow. He's Knucklehead Zoo. He's dancing with the Diss and all those guys and those kids, and they're leveling up. So it was a good battle. I think that when it comes to the two kids at that level, it just comes down to little things like it did. Let's check out Hulk versus Coda. Good battle. Coda is just, man, wow, he's getting so good, dude. Getting so good.
Yeah, his progression. Oh man, it's so cool to see. Seeing him, not just here, but also traveling nationally. He's everywhere right now. So
yeah,
he's definitely one to keep your eye on here in Colorado.
Yeah, for sure. It's like every time I see him, he has a new move or combo. Those are so nasty, bro. Woo! And he's getting better. He's maturing in time. Cody, you're gonna have your time, bro. Like, your time's gonna come. It's gonna happen. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. If I could give you any feedback, just being clean. That little slip up right there, making sure all the freezes, stop on a dime, all that good stuff. Hulk, man, this kid where'd they say he was from? He was from Russia, right?
Russia, yeah.
Yeah, this kid came in murdering it, yo. Like, he was flying through the whole competition. So, I mean, amazing.
And he knew. Like,
yeah, he knew his power was better than everyone's. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Dude, those are combos that, like, grown adults dream of.
Yes, I dream of.
I dream of these combos. Yeah, dude. Super sick, super nasty. Yeah. Kid is
Yeah.
dope. He came out of nowhere. We're just all, who's that? Even when we were in the judging room, we're like, who's that kid? Where did he come from? But yeah, no, he's got a lot of moves, bro. His power is definitely on another level.
Yeah, and he's a full package too. I mean, you've seen right there, just mad foundation after throwing a
Yeah,
crazy
and,
power round. His stamina is out of control too.
Yeah. I think we all voted for Hulk. Let's get into the controversial battle. Hold up, not that one. Let's get into the controversial battle. Let's watch. Let's give some feedback because I think maybe it's a generational thing. I don't know. Let's watch. We'll talk about it right after this YouTube commercial. I gotta upgrade. I will. Trust me. But let's watch, okay? Because this is the finals of the kids. 2 rounds. And we'll stop in between the first rounds and give a little bit of feedback. Again, he's coming in with the confidence. He's coming in like
Dancing.
I swear, man. He's him and his dad, man. They dance to like each other. He danced just like his daddy. Like fierce, confident, strong, just like that video we showed.
Yeah, fast, swift.
Yeah.
You can tell, where his influence and inspiration come from. Absolutely.
Ooh, side. That was nice. And I know he was repeating that move right there, the Makaku, a bunch, right? So I definitely, when he did that, I kept it in my head. I was like, he's repeating, like, you know.
Yeah, when you get to the finals, it's hard not to when you're not training to have.
Yeah, and this kid's nasty, like I said.
Combos.
Like all these combos, these combos are unreal, you know. But, and I'm gonna say it, he was repeating, like he was air flare this, air flare that, and it was like literally this freeze a bunch of times. So right here, right after this first round each happened, I had them tied. Like I didn't even count this round because they both were repeating to me. I was like, yo, Bam came out strong. He had his energy. He did his dancing. He was on beat. He had good flow. Like I said, he definitely repeated the Makaku, right? Like we all know that.
Right.
And Hulk, like, bro, his combos are sick and nasty. But for me, I was like, yo, he's doing the same thing too. It's almost like,
that's his sixth time doing an air flare in a battle or in a round. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It was just repetitive. It was kind of like, I seen that already, at this point, like how many different air flares you got, which is dope. Yeah, you have different, some of them are different combos, but like I said, he started repeating. They're both repeating at this point to me. So like I said, I don't know if anyone else saw it that way and if you don't see it that way, but sitting there watching the battles all day, like this is the final battle. My expectations are a little bit higher than the little kids, right? Because they're a little bit older. These kids have battle experience. So my expectations a little bit higher than what I just judged. So I have a tie here, where I'm just like, yo, they're both repeating at this point. That's what I had in my head. If you don't like it, please say something. Get in the chat. I see I see some of y'all watching, so jump in the chat, y'all. Join the conversation. Tell me if I'm wrong. Let's go into the second round. So for me, that's where I'm at right now. I'm like, yo, dude, just there's a lot of repetitiveness going on here. Let's watch his round. He's feeling it, yo. Okay. Yeah, that's one of his signatures. He still had a signature left. Nice.
Yeah.
Good combo.
That's a newer one that I haven't seen him doing recently.
No. Yeah. All right, let's go. And
I was excited to see this kid every day of the weekend, though. He was just,
yeah,
you
for
don't see a
sure.
little kid throw power like that. It's not every day you see that.
Yeah. Yeah, the kid is strong, dude.
Yeah, what are you eating? Because I want to get on your diet regimen.
What's your training schedule like, bro? Like,
Is
we're all
it
getting
Captain Crunch or?
we're all getting training tips from a little ass kid.
Yeah.
You almost need to these days. His kids are
For
crazy.
real.
Yo, he's
Gotta throw
throwing
your bangers on some kids.
So, for me, okay, so let's break this down. I know this was the controversy. Yo, it's like, yo, this kid absolutely blew it up, like killed it, no doubt. I'm not gonna take that away from that kid. Yo, like he's
Both
amazing.
amazing
His
dancers.
both
Yeah.
amazing. They're both amazing. Let's just say that, okay? That first round, I had them, like I said, bro, I had them tied. That last round, and I don't know if this is just you have to be there moment, but at that point, that last round, let me get this next one queued up. That last round for me, um, I just felt a little bit more from like one musicality and one just energy of the dance. Like he was like, it's from Bam in that second round when he started just like top rocking, feeling it, like he was in the pocket, like he was, flowing. Everything was nice. That little combo that he did, in that combo, he still had two of his signatures where he just pops up and does the back thing, and then that new thing where he went to the slide to the air baby. I haven't seen him do any of that stuff yet. So for me, I was like, okay, he's pulling out new stuff. The
Yeah.
very last round, he's pulling out new stuff. I could feel it. Homie came out and started just throwing bangers. Right, he's throwing bangers, but for me, it just felt a little empty. It just felt a little. I just wasn't like there was no energy, no vibe to feeling it. It just felt like it was just like, when you see someone practicing and they're just trying the same move over and over and over again.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he's from Mother Russia and is just like super stoic, but I definitely think Bam has a lot more energy, a lot more character, and that energy and character goes a long way. It kind of is your your alter ego superpower. Kind of, you got to kind of have that play, so that people know it's you versus just going out doing some top rocks and then throwing some power. I definitely think in both their last rounds, they both had a little bit of slip ups where Bam kind of fell out of maybe a freeze on his head or elbow,
Yeah.
and then Hulk had slip up going down in transitions from his air flares to his kind of UFO
Little
pumps.
Yeah. And his little side freeze too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. Yeah, that's just how I saw it, man. I know that, I had a couple of conversations with people like, man, that kid was throwing crazy power. And I'm like, yeah, but he was doing that all day and it just came repetitive. It's kind of like when we always talk about too, we're just like, damn, like how many big individual competitions has Pocket ever won? It's like,
Right.
not many.
There's a reason Hero. Yeah. Hero
There's a
10,
reason like Hero
amazing
10 and them,
dancer. Yeah, and then you get to top 4, top 8 because you've repeated or you're kind of doing the same thing, same movements, same motions. Yeah.
Yeah, either that or you're doing such crazy things and you get burnt out at the end, you get tired and it doesn't look the same as when you first started,
Yeah. Yep.
So you could just see your decrease in energy, which I didn't see any decrease in energy in Hulk. I just seen a lot of repetitiveness. For me, that's just what it was. Bam danced. He was, like I said, just flowing more. He had a couple new moves in that last round that I was like, okay, he's still got some tricks in the bag. So that's I know that one was a huge confrontational one. So keep chatting about it. If you feel like I was wrong, please tell me.
Yeah. I also saw at the end of Hulk's both rounds, he ended with the air chair, and that's kind of a big no-no too. Is you definitely want to end each round in a different exclamation point, or be able to have different diverse movements at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's keep it moving. We got Gokaito versus Estilio, and
Oh,
and then Demise versus Kazrock. Yeah. Gokaito is just nuts, bro. Like that guy is
yeah.
just.
What he's
Oh,
throwing is insane.
and then the other kid is from Canada, yo. Him and I think that's his brother. They're nasty, bro.
Dude. Yeah. He's one of my favorites to watch. Definitely takes his time. Just
Yeah.
and I haven't seen Gokaiko until he came to the jam out in the Springs, but wow.
Oh, Ivans?
He's crazy. Yeah.
He got a lot of tricks. And again, we're in the semifinals at this point of the kids. The standard goes up a little bit more now, right? Because these kids who have more experience. Great round by Gokaito, good flow, lots of good tricks. Got up nice and clean.
This guy dances on his
Estilio.
own time.
Oh yeah, dude. He's like, you know what who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Diaz.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah, where he's just like, yo, I'm just gonna take my time. Like I'm chilling, bro. His footwork is nasty, musicality's nasty, his shapes.
Angles, just
Yeah, he's got it all. So you pretty much have a trickster versus a styler right here. Good round. I think for me, I voted for Gokaito. Okay. Yeah, I voted for Gokaito because he just had a little bit more energy when he was dancing and doing his thing. And then Estilio, he kind of gassed out to me there because his rounds before that, like his battles before that, his top 16 and his top 8 were in his obviously his prelim round were unreal, bro. Like he was on fire. And then I definitely seen this battle like of energy and moves, and I seen he was gassed at this point. I was just like, okay, he's not fresh at this point. Like you could tell he just wasn't like the past few rounds before. You could just tell that there was a different level. And again, that's where it's like coaches and teachers and kids, it's like you got to look at the competition as a whole sometimes, like especially when you're one of these kids like these ones who know they're going to make it far, is how do they keep their energy from when they started and we first see them in prelims, and how do they ride and make themselves look that way and that type of energy and flow and stamina all the way through to the finals, right? Because we can see when people die down, and the trick is how do you the further you go, how do you still maintain, right?
right.
So I think that's just
Yeah.
a skill that comes in time, but it's a good thing for teachers to start thinking about when you put your kids in battles and they're good, or the kids that ain't so good, and you're just like, okay, yo, you got to give it everything right now because you just got to get past prelims because you don't have enough to get too far. But so
Yeah.
there's strategy, and there is you got to look at those things because as judges do see those things, at least for me, that I do definitely notice when someone is they're just dying down. I'm like, oh, someone's gassing out, yo. Like, it's not the same
Yeah.
round I
No,
saw before.
I totally understand where you're coming from. And then also I'd say Stelio,
Yeah.
he takes you on these epic journeys, like ride you through like a story, like very good showmanship, very amazing performer. And then when you have a shorter round where you're not continuing to keep that presence and that same character, then it kind of shows where you're losing that part of the aspect of this storyteller that you've been um, relaying to the crowd, relaying to the judges, and um, if you're going to go that route, you got to continue that throughout the entire competition.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I voted the way I did. Let's watch Demise and Kazrock because we've been in for an hour. So let's get through these last two battles so that we can sign off and get out of here. But yeah, that was a great battle. Hopefully, I think you saw what I saw. It was just ran out. And I think we're still doing 1 rounds right now. Yeah, it's the semis. Yo, Demise
This
is
is my
nasty,
favorite song.
bro.
Demise is nasty.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alchemy Breaking, Guillaume and
Yeah.
Etienne.
Yeah, their program is amazing. They push out champions, yo.
Bangers, yeah.
Like, all those kids. And see, that's the thing. He has it all, bro. Look at his footwork, yo.
Footwork, freezes, foundation, power.
The connection that he has between one move to the other. It's just constantly flowing. Good banger at the end.
Kaz,
Yo.
winner of Mexican standoff, youth battles
winner of the
last
Mexican
year.
standoff. Yeah, him and his brother came out and tore it up, yo. Crazy.
It's really hard. They definitely are similar as far as level, style. You know, they both have it all.
Yeah, for sure. They got good flow. Oh, man, where did I vote? Let's see which way I voted. Okay. I don't know which way I voted. I don't remember. But as just watching this right now, I'm going to vote Demise only because his flow was so sick, bro. Like, he threw so many, like, intricate things. If you go back and watch his round, like, you could see the connection between from when he started to all the way to where he ended. Like, it was just complete flow, connection. That's what it was, where I think Kaz, for me, just had the little disconnection parts. You know, almost the resets where you get up and you go for another move, and then you get like you kind of do that thing where you hit a combo or something, and then you get up and go to your next combo. So for me, as I was watching it, I was like, okay, I think Demise has a better connection throughout and flow throughout the whole round. So that I think there was just like, it's almost putting like you're watching someone and they're putting it on pause and then press and play and put it on pause, you know, where it's like there's that thinking thing. And I think that's where a lot of kids and coaches could push themselves and push their kids to be like, find that reset and shorten it, because a lot of breakers do that, where that reset, I call it the reset, where there's like they hit a combo and then they get up and start top rocking again or something. So for me, I voted Demise.
Stitching together. Yeah, totally. I think you're right on. Yeah, the flow and presentations just.
Let's see who I voted for. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought who I voted for. Okay, so now let's get to the finals. We have Gokaito versus Demise. Yo, and all these kids, they're just gonna grow up battling each other for like years. So it's like,
yeah, the next one. You got me this one.
You got me this one. I'll get you the next one. Like, can you imagine what these kids are going through right now? Like this whole USA scene, like they just constantly see each other and you know which ones are on top. I will say, before we watch this last battle, I will say that huge props to Etienne and Guillaume and Shuffles and Flow. Shuffles and Flow, yo, they had their kids the last couple of years, before the last couple of years, you know, like Lineage and Kid Break and Babalu and them. They were in kids battles, and then they stopped letting them enter kids battles and started pushing them to the adult battles, right? Because they were just dominating the kids scene. I think that was just a huge growth for their scenes out there, because it gave a chance for kids like Demise and Kazrock and all these other kids to start coming up in their competition and getting their wins and their reps in and stuff like that, and see who's next, because those other kids were easily just dominating, you know, like, because Lineage and them are just, so huge props to them. I think those guys definitely changed and shaped the way they're seeing has grown and moved just by even little moves like that, you know? So,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It shows so much discipline from not only the student but the coach and mentor.
yeah,
Um, to be able to take a step back and really level the playing field, and you know, when you're able to gauge your kids on an elite level, and that they shouldn't be entering kids competitions anymore because they're on that, um, you know, adult circuit level. It shows how much integrity you have as a coach. Definitely.
yeah, absolutely, for sure. They could easily just let those kids just run the circuit until they're out of age, but they at a certain point they stopped them. So huge growth over there in Vegas, California. They're killing it. Even Salt Lake, all those kids are also close to each other. Let's watch this last battle: Go Kaito versus Demise. Ooh, I'm telling you, those DJs were on point. They were
Making
it's
me
one of my
want to dance.
favorites.
That's for
I
sure.
know. Yeah, I think they go 2 rounds here. Again, I think all finals were 2 rounds. Mad shout out to Alchemy, Kareem, Denver, and all them for having me out judging. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, again, this kid just got mad flow, yo. Oh, he's pulling out new stuff
Yeah, yeah, I love those
on
guys
music.
too out in Vegas. They're like an extended family. Yeah, definitely appreciate all the
Ooh.
just camaraderie and partnership we've had in the past and continue into the future.
Yo, that was a good round by Demise. Oh, yeah, that's one of his signature rounds. I've seen him enough. I knew. I was like, yeah, that's one of his signatures. Nasty.
Yeah. One thing that's so cool about the kiddos is how heated it gets within the competitions. Like they're literally like bullying each other, and then after the battle, they're all best friends. They're not even dancing. They're just running around causing chaos.
Yeah, I love that they could leave that competitive nature on the floor. They're definitely going to change what we grew up in.
Yeah,
Nasty.
totally.
Again, for me, I think Demise is just his flow, bro. Like everything's connecting, musically too, for me. So that last round I gave, even though Gokaito was throwing those mad rounds out, I thought Demise just has a better flow. And this round,
Musicality,
musically,
yeah.
his musicality, bro. And like I said at the beginning, like you get me when it comes to some musicality, bro. Like, because I mean, we're here to dance, bro. There's a beat, and if you ain't dancing to the beat, and not saying that other people are not dancing to the beat. I'm just saying some people are just really good at it, man, and better than the others. At this point, you gotta know there's a little slip up right there that he's throwing mad moves all day. A little repetitive at this point for me with the tap windmill.
Yeah. Also the 1.5 to taps he did a couple times.
Yeah, definitely Demise on that second round. That first round, I thought Gokaito had dope power. He killed his power. His power moves were dope. I think most people would give that first round to Gokaito. The second round was definitely Demise. And for me, throughout the day, I think I just seen a little bit more repetitiveness at this point from Gokaito with like I said, the tap windmill drops, the point fives and all that stuff. He has a lot of those combos in different ways, but again, it becomes repetitive when you see the same move where it's just a different way, where it's just like, oh, well, he 90 to tap windmill, or he point 0.5 to a tap windmill, which a lot of people do that move. But it's just, for me, if you know me and how I feel about the tap windmills, right? And it's nothing towards
uh,
Gokaito. It's just for me, I have a thing with tap windmills where I'm just like, yo, dude, like everyone does them, you know. So there's got to be a little bit of individuality, in using them right and not overusing them. And that's why I gave it to
yeah,
Demise. Like he had a good flow, he had good variety. I couldn't tell one round from the other. You know, like there was nothing that I could be like, oh well, he kind of repeated there, or it's just like his vocabulary is immense when it comes to groundwork and transitions. So
yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. I think that um, constantly going back to the flow and transitions, but when you have flow and transition that are seamless and makes it just elevates your dance 10 times stronger than any. And then going back to the tap windmill, it's kind of a safety move. And when you're playing it safe with a tap windmill, eventually you're going to be able to see it.
yeah, absolutely. So that's the end of. Let's bring it back over here. That's the end of that segment. What a dope segment. We'll get better. We'll get faster at it. The more battles we watch, the more stuff we break down. If any people out there who have judged battles before, or even are judges, if you want to come on here and run through some footage with us and give your opinions on, judging and what you see and stuff, I think the more we have judges talking about what they're judging and what they're looking for, uh, parents and kids and coaches will understand where they're coming from. So when they see me on the thing again, they're gonna be like, "Dang, okay, well, this is how he judges." And some people might not even like the way I judge and be like, "We don't need him as a judge" or whatever. Like everyone has their preferences. I've just seen a lot of battles, and that's just kind of where I go with my decisions. That's kind of how I went with my decisions for the whole weekend. Was just a lot of musicality. I could tell when someone was dying down. Repetitiveness would definitely hurt people, and I want to feel something when you dance. Like if it's empty space and you're just throwing a bunch of things out there just to throw things out there, like, and it don't make sense to one the music or like I said, if you're just throwing shit, just throw shit. Like I could feel that, and I could know when someone's feeling the music and someone's feeling the beat. You can feel that stuff, and I respect that. And like I said, me coming from a history of like, I started with head spins and tricks and elbow tip hops and all kinds of crazy stuff. Like that was my thing, was power. And once I learned how to dance, and again, like I was gonna say earlier, is like I don't know, this might just be a generational thing. To, like younger generation be like, dude, you got it all wrong. But this is what I saw, this is what I felt. That's how I voted, and hopefully we could all grow from people talking about stuff like this. So that's what this podcast is
Yeah,
for.
absolutely. And until we come up with a national standard, it's going to be mixed pot, and there's going to be mixed opinions. There's going to be a lot of different backgrounds. So, coming from a power era, or strictly power versus style, or some people were just catered. This is my headspin guy, or this is my flare guy. Like, and then
Hmm.
now it seems like you got to have a full package, and you see these kids have the full package. They're not just, even the power heads have foundation, and even the style heads have power. It's really cool to see how the evolution of the dance is starting to continue to develop. Actually, not start, but continue to develop.
Yeah, 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 for sure. Super dope. Uh, what a good time we had. Thanks, man, for jumping on and being a part of this and watching some footage with us today. Good times.
Yeah,
I'm excited for the next one already. You know, hopefully you all enjoyed it. Again, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Give us feedback on this. We're trying new things, new production stuff, and just trying to take it to another level. And if you would love to be on the show, like hit us up. Like let's chat. Let's talk about things. Let's talk about issues in the community. Let's have some fun and do some fun stuff. Either way, let's grow. And big shout
yeah,
out to Chuck and Feel the Beat Breaking for providing footage for us to be able to tap into today.
yeah. And big ups to you, Ep, for getting in that hot seat, and really letting people understand what was going inside your head, the thought process behind your judging. I think it's extremely valuable because we got to have these conversations, and people want to, know how to improve. And, if you are really taking this seriously, go up to a judge and, get some feedback. Nothing's better than being able to take that back to the lab.
Yeah, for sure. And judges don't be so butthurt about when someone comes and asks you, why'd you vote which way, or a parent. Like parents go ask, so like kids go ask coaches. Like we're beyond that, like, oh, you're calling me out. Like, why did I lose? Like, no, we're not calling out. I mean, if you want to call out and you're one of them breakers and you want to call out the judges, that's a whole different story. I do not like uh look frown upon that. If you want to call it a judge, call it a judge. But there's
It
also
gets the
respect.
people going.
There's also a respectful way to come up and say, "Hey, man, I'm just looking for some growth. I need some tips. Like what did you see?" So that they could take the feedback and go work on it. And even the coaches too could go, "Okay, that's maybe one of the judges seen something that the coaches didn't see that they need to improve on and work on." We don't know it all. That's why I get feedback on our kids all the time when they battle. I'll get feedback from Data all the time about stuff. So yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get lost as a coach. Like you kind of get tunnel vision, and then get that extra perspective, that extra eye. It's just another piece of the puzzle that needs to be added, and that's what we're here to do, is grow and have fun while we're doing this, and really just we're here for our students, we're here for our mentees, and if we're not able to take that time to get advice from others, then it's going to be a one pace, one track. You got to get off that same trail sometimes.
Yeah, y'all. So yeah, for sure. Good times, fun times. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. I know a bunch of people were jumping in and out. So we really appreciate y'all for jumping in. Hopefully you enjoyed the format and the new stuff that we threw down for our podcast. Yeah, lots of info, lots of good stuff this weekend. Make sure you guys go check out Concrete Collective's Jam. That's Tay and Marta's Jam. Make sure you guys go check them out. That is going to be an amazing event. And other than that, y'all, let's keep the conversations going. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. We are the Break Effects Podcast, and we will catch y'all next week sometime. Again, we ain't going to tell you when. We're just going to drop it and just be like, yo, here we are. So love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Follow
See
us on
y'all.
Instagram at Break Effects. Follow my boy Epi on Instagram at man.
Yeah, man.
And you can follow me at Toby1 Kenobi.
Yep. Follow for updates, all the new news coming out for Break the Bank and Mexican Standoff. Lots of info coming out for that. And again, we are excited to have Bless One back out here ready to rock with us for that event. So, yeah. Woo! Let's do this, y'all. So much love to the community. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it growing. We'll catch you guys on the next one, which we don't know when it is, but it's next week sometime. So see y'all then. Peace.